Hey everyone, I'm standing here with Anthony from DNSimple.
Hello.
You are, actually, why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure, so I'm the CEO and founder of DNSimple. We've been in business since 2010. We're a very focused provider with DNS and domain registration at the center of what we do. We also do integrations with Let's Encrypt for SSL certificates, and really we just focus on giving engineers automation on these things.
We were just having a conversation before the camera got turned on. Can you tell why is it important for web hosting companies to pay attention to a company like DNSimple?
Right, so there are a lot of small web hosting companies out in the world, small, medium, and large. But obviously it's really difficult being on the smaller and medium side to compete with the big players, because the big players are going to be able to integrate things directly into their platforms that you can't do. The good news is that with something like ours, you can integrate with our API. You can use services like our vanity name service and essentially resell domains and DNS service directly to your customers under your brand, and nobody even needs to know we exist. We just sit behind there, seamlessly operate, offer 100% uptime guarantees for enterprise clients and a global DNS network, and you just basically be able to put margins on top of that and make an additional source of income.
And so you're, I guess you have like, is there any domain extension that you don't work with? Or?
So we have about, I think at this point we have a little over 550 domain extensions that we support. So all of the ICANN TLDs, obviously we're going to support. A lot of CC-TLDs as well. And in the upcoming year, we're continuing to investigate where we can expand into some of those more esoteric TLDs, like the CC-TLDs and the high regulated TLDs. We actually just launched support for .bank and .insurance as well, which are both highly regulated TLDs. So we're trying to continue to expand that. For the vast majority of customers, they're going to want to focus on those core TLDs like COM, IO, AI, things like that, and those we already support.
Is there anything on the price side that you can share? Like
sure.
In terms of that?
Yeah, we try to remain competitive in pricing. We're not going to be the cheapest at a retail price, but we do have the ability to make deals with customers that have larger volume. We can give you better pricing, both on the TLD levels and also on the DNS hosting side. On the DNS hosting side, you pay for what you use. So essentially you pay per zone, and then you pay for DNS queries, and that's pretty much it.
So one other question I had is integration, right? So which panel for a web hosting world that your guys integrated with?
So that's the big question. Right now, today, we don't integrate with any of the panels. And this is my part where I'm actually super excited to meet you and to see about hostingdiscussion.com, because I want to be able to understand what panels we should be integrating with. We know cPanel is a big one. We talked about that. They actually have very tight control over it. But what else is out there?
Direct admin is there.
Okay, great.
Enhance, who are presenting there as well. Enhance is actually growing, I think.
Nice.
Looks interesting. Yeah, but you know, the web pros kind of like monopolize the market, so they're heavily, probably the number one choice is cPanel.
Yeah, so we have API clients already for 9 different languages. So unfortunately, I think if I recall correctly, I was talking cPanel's in Perl. It's one of those ones we don't have a client for. However, it's a REST client, so we could actually consider building something for the customers who really need it, but we just need to see the demand is there first. We're just a bunch of engineers who operate this thing. We like to build stuff that lets you run your business. So I think it's something that's going to be on our near-term roadmap.
Okay, so here's the task for everybody. Email DNSimple and tell them what they want.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I'm hosting interviews right now with customers and folks that might become customers. So if you reach out to Anthony at DNSimple.com and you're in the hosting industry and say, hey, I'd love to talk to you and tell you about some of the challenges we're having, you'll be talking directly to the CEO, and this will influence our roadmap for 2026.
Sounds terrific. Thanks so much for talking to us.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.